When your cat lets you pick them up, do you actually know what that means? Yes, it feels like affection, like they trust you enough to be close. But behind that simple action, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most vulnerable things your cat can do. And if you handle it wrong, which most owners do, you might slowly break the trust they're trying so hard to give you. Let's start with what being picked up really means. 1. It's not about holding them. It's about control. Have you ever picked up your cat because you just wanted to hold them for a moment? Most people think picking up a cat is harmless, just a way to show love. But here's what's actually happening. When you lift your cat, you're taking away their control, completely. Cats are built around autonomy. Every movement they make is calculated. Where to step, when to jump, how to escape. When you pick them up without warning or support, you override all of that. And emotionally, that matters more than you think, because to your cat, control equals safety. Think about that for a second. If they feel like they can't control their body in your hands, even for a moment, it creates tension. Not always obvious, not always dramatic, but it builds. And by the way, if your cat suddenly stiffens or pushes away after being picked up, don't brush it off. We'll get to what that really means at the end, and it's something most owners wish they'd understood sooner. 2. Your cat is reading your intent before you even touch them. Have you ever noticed how your cat reacts before you lift them? Sometimes they lean in, sometimes they back away. Most people assume it's random mood. Here's what's actually happening. A 2019 study from the University of Lincoln found that cats are highly sensitive to human handling styles and can anticipate interactions based on body language alone. That means your cat is reading your approach before your hands even reach them. Your posture, your speed, your energy. And here's what that really means emotionally. If you approach too fast or unpredictably, your cat doesn't feel chosen. They feel taken. But if you slow down, let them see your hands, let them lean into you first, you're giving them a say in the interaction. And that transforms the entire moment from control into consent. This is where most owners get it wrong. They focus on the act of holding, but your cat is focused on how it begins. You're interrupting their invisible map of safety. Have you ever picked up your cat while they were resting in a specific spot? A windowsill, a corner, your bed. It seems harmless, right? Here's what's actually happening. Cats build invisible safety maps of their environments, places where they feel secure, grounded, aware. When you suddenly lift them out of that space, you're not just moving their body, you're disrupting their sense of security. Studies on domestic cats reveal that consistency in environment plays a huge role in reducing feline stress levels. Even small disruptions can create subtle anxiety. But here's the deeper part most people miss. When your cat allows you to remove them from a safe space, they're trusting you to replace that safety. Think about that for a second. You're not just holding your cat, you're becoming the place they feel safe. And if that experience feels unstable or forced, that trust starts to weaken. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what your cat is really saying. Number 4. This behavior comes from kittenhood, but it's not what you think. Have you ever heard that picking up a cat mimics how a mother cares for kittens? It sounds comforting, natural, but here's what's actually happening. In the wild, mother cats carry kittens by the scruff, but only during a very specific stage of development. And more importantly, kittens go limp because of a reflex, not because they enjoy it. Behavioral scientists have observed that this reflex fades as cats grow. Adult cats don't experience being carried the same way. So when you pick up your adult cat, you're not recreating comfort. You're creating a completely new experience they have to evaluate in real time. And here's where it gets even more powerful. If your cat relaxes in your arms anyway, that's not instinct. That's learned trust. They're choosing to feel safe with you in a situation that, biologically, isn't natural anymore. Number 5. Not every human gets this privilege. Have you ever noticed your cat behaves differently with other people? Maybe they resist being picked up by guests but allow you. Most people think it's just familiarity. Here's what's actually happening. Cats don't give up control easily, especially not physically. When your cat allows you to lift them without resistance, they're not just tolerating you, they're selecting you. Animal cognition research shows that cats form selective social bonds, not generalized affection. They don't spread trust evenly, which means this behavior is reserved. Think about that for a second. Out of every person in their world, your cat is choosing you as someone they can physically surrender to, even just for a moment. That's not casual, that's deeply intentional. Number 6, the moment they relax is the moment they become vulnerable. Have you ever felt your cat soften in your arms? Their body loosens, their weight settles into you. It feels small, subtle, but here's what's actually happening. When your cat relaxes while being held, they're doing something that goes against their survival instincts. A cat's body is designed to react quickly, to escape instantly, to stay ready. Relaxation removes that readiness, which means in that moment, they are vulnerable, completely. Remember earlier when I said some cats stiffen or push away? This is what I was talking about. Because the opposite of that stiffness, the softness, the stillness, isn't just comfort, it's trust at its highest level. Think about that for a second. Your cat is saying, without words, I don't need to be ready right now because I'm safe with you. And that's something they don't give lightly. Number 7, when they start resisting, it's not random. Have you ever noticed your cat suddenly stop enjoying being picked up? Maybe they squirm more, jump away faster, avoid your hands. Most people assume mood changes. Here's what's actually happening. Your cat is communicating that something about the experience no longer feels safe. It could be how you lift them, how long you hold them, how often you interrupt their space, or even how tense your body feels. Studies in feline behavior show that repeated negative handling, even mild discomfort, can create lasting avoidance patterns. And here's the urgency in that. Cats don't protest loudly at first. They withdraw, quietly. So if your cat starts resisting, don't ignore it. It's not rejection, it's feedback. And if you adjust, slow down, support their body, let them initiate, you can rebuild what was slipping. So, when your cat lets you pick them up, do you actually know what that means? It's not just affection, it's not just closeness. It's your cat giving up control, trusting your hands, and allowing themselves to be vulnerable with you. That's not a simple action, that's trust. And that moment, when they soften, when they stay, when they don't pull away, it was never small to them, and it shouldn't be small to you either.